Hey, welcome to Caching in the Northwest. You know, this is the podcast from the birthplace of geocaching right here in the great Pacific Northwest. Now, it's Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific, and for some reason, they call me Chris of the Northwest. And tonight, we're going to talk about geocaches and geocachers from here and all around the globe. So while you're barbecuing in the backyard, we'll be caching in the Northwest. We might stop by later for a burger.
Yeah, let us know when food's getting ready. We'll be right over. Yes, indeedy. Thursday night, here we are. I'm Wits End, and I'm glad you're here. Tonight, we're going to talk about a really unique geocaching event. I'm looking forward to hearing all about it from the organizer himself, Mr. CheekyBrit. So, Matt, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having me.
All right. We're going to get into that in just a minute. Listeners, give us your feedback. Share your thoughts. You know, that live chat thing. I see it going by. YouTube comments, all that great stuff. But first, of course, it's time to bring in our cliff diving baboon. Some say you are all invited to his next physical. And others say he's that valet that tells you that dent was already there. All we know is he's called Land Monkey.
It was totally there before.
Sure.
I don't know what you're talking about, sir. We appreciate not only clever and ever-changing introductions, but we also appreciate the support of our patrons who help to keep this podcast coming each and every week. It's funny that I hesitated more on ever-changing than clever. I don't know. You would think it would have been the other way around.
Nope. They change every week.
They
may not be clever, but they change every week.
Well, we want to thank Land Sharks. They're one of our corporate Denali sponsors. And they are the supporter of our contest that is ongoing. So stay tuned to tune in on that. If you aren't already aware, there will be more information coming. But, if you want to get any of your geocaching products, order them online today from landsharkz.ca. And hey, while you're planning your geocaching outing, whether it's off the side of a cliff or just a nice stroll through the forest, Cachly, well, that's your premier geocaching app for iOS. Version 8.1 with Cachly Pro features offline maps of the world, so you can navigate while offline, whether you're going horizontally or vertically. It has Delorme and counties, so you can finish off those grids if challenge caching is your thing. So find Cachly in the iOS App Store, or just, head on over to cachly.com. And lastly, we want to welcome you to Valemount. Well, we're not welcoming you there. We're actually not there at the moment, but we want you to find your way up there and enjoy Valemount, where every season offers its own unique adventure. It's nestled in the mountains. It's a village surrounded by towering peaks, lush forests, pristine rivers, and endless opportunities for year-round exploration. And hey, for the last time we'll get to mention this on the podcast, but get hyped for Vale Fest, the ultimate mountain mashup of bold flavors, craft beer, lively music, and good vibes. It's featuring live music from, and I don't know who's going to chime in here this time.
Hey, it's not 3-alarm or 4-alarm, even 6-alarm, but 5-alarm funk.
Indeed. You'll get local eats, BC brews, and it's Bike Fest weekend. So it is this Saturday. So if you are listening live, it is this Saturday. If you're listening after this Saturday, it was last Saturday.
Sometime in the past, yeah.
September 13th, 2025 at the Canoe Mountain Rodeo Grounds. Time to dance, sip, savor, and send it on the trails. It's the party of the season up in Valemount. So check that out. And folks, if you want to know more about supporting this show, we encourage you to click that Patreon link on the cachingnw.com website.
Yes, we do. This is normally where we bring another segment, but I just want to say that, America has heavy hearts in the last, 35 hours of what's happened. In America, we expect better. We must be better. So Charlie Kirk said, when the discussion ends, violence begins. So folks, keep talking. Land Monkey, I don't think you know what's happening, right?
I'm going to say, you know what? Fill me in later.
Okay. So Charlie
Kirk, watch the news too much.
A young conservative, conservative Christian speaker was shot, was assassinated
Wow.
at
Okay.
a Utah campus. So,
Sorry to hear that.
yes, it's quite devastating. Anyway, but we'll go on. But not to another great topic either. It's in.
That's
Oh,
right.
it's
He's asked
Stoner
me
night on Caching in the Northwest.
Yes. Sorry.
He's asked me to continue the somber trend with taking a moment to acknowledge the large number of wildfires across the U.S. and Canada. Entire communities have been displaced, landscapes transformed, and lives, well, they've been forever changed. So we our hearts and thoughts and prayers go out to everybody that's affected by that. If you're in a fire-impacted area, stay safe. We want you to get out and cache safely and all that, but stay safe first. Stay informed and know the geocaching community. It's a great community of people that's here for you, so we can support you however we can. Let us know. We're all part of something. Geocaching's a lot bigger than all of us, right?
That's right.
It is, and I think if you want to do something to support the families that have been displaced by the wildfires, I would say check out the Red Cross, whether you're the U.S. or Canada, Red Cross websites to see how you can either donate your money or your time and help out those who have been impacted.
Is the Red Cross a little redder in Canada?
It's just red and white.
Okay. A funny thing, it is down here too.
Oh, then you must have the Canadian version.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Now, tonight we are talking about this event with CheekyBrit. So, folks, we know you want to get in and ask some questions. So use the hashtag Cliff. And that's not just for CRS 98. That's for all of you. If you want to ask a question in there, pop that into the live chat. Of course, you can use the hashtag FATAS to bring up anything you want to talk about in the after show. Like, some events going on this weekend. So, Matt, CheekyBrit, welcome to the show. First time. We're excited to have you. Would you tell us a little bit about yourself? Where do you call home? Where else could you call home? And how did you first learn about geocaching?
Oh boy, so much.
I know.
Well, as you might gather from my accent, I was born in Idaho. Nah, just kidding. I was born in England and came over to Idaho.
Wait, hold on. That's not an Idaho native accent? That's what I thought all Idahoans sounded like.
In a certain part of Idaho, they all sound like this, that part being my house.
Yeah.
So, I'm native to there.
Nice.
Alas, no. Born in Essex, which is near London. It, unfortunately, is the origin of the only way is Essex returned into Jersey Shore. That's what people where I'm from act like. It's terrible. So we can only go uphill. And I learned of geocaching. A group of us at a church event ended up doing some weird hike thing, and they found like a bison tube, and I thought, oh, that's cool, whatever. Then later on my honeymoon, we rediscovered it. We were
the same bison tube?
That would be amazing. I can neither confirm nor deny.
Okay.
I doubt it, though. We were whitewater rafting down the Salmon River through Idaho. It's a 5-day float.
Wow.
Class 4 rapids, pretty decent stuff. And where the middle fork and the main fork of the Salmon merge, there's an island, triangular island, surrounded by a river and covered in poison ivy over the entire thing. And there's a little pine tree about 6 foot, now it's probably bigger. And there's a little bison tube attached to that. And one of the guys who was in one of the boats with us, who was like, hey, come do this thing with us. Here's my phone. Here's my GPS. Try and navigate. I was hooked.
Fantastic. So it just takes a 5-day rafting trip to get you hooked on geocaching.
That's it. Simple stuff, really. It could happen to you when you're in the grocery store, whitewater rafting down the dairy produce.
I love it. Just remember, folks, geocaching is free.
Yes.
Okay. And with that said, I've never done a 5-day rafting trip. I've done, I think, class 3 rapids in Eastern Washington. And yes, I believe we were the last boat. I believe we were dumped out on purpose because all the other boats were a semicircle at the river to catch us. So I think we were the example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Anyway,
I've done the log ride at Knott's Berry Farm. That's about it. So
Hardcore stuff right there.
yeah,
the same thing. Right
I've always wanted to go whitewater rafting. I've never been able to make it happen. But anyway, tonight we're talking about an event, a unique event, an interesting name, an interesting DT combo, and some interesting attributes. It's billed as a Cliffside gathering. So Matt, tell us all about this. Where did you come up with the event name, the difficulty terrain, and all these
the
unique
cliffs.
yes, and all these unique event attributes? What's it all
Well,
about?
I came up with the cliffs when I had some basalt. I wasn't sure where to deposit. I decided to deposit down through the center of Poke. No, that wasn't me.
Are those the cliffs of insanity?
Not quite.
Okay.
Those are near me though.
Okay.
I've got a picture of those if you want them. So in Pocatello, we have the oldest rock climbing competition in the nation. In 2 days' time, they'll have their 45th annual event. And yeah, it's good. I mean, someone's died there. My old boss broke his leg and broke his back and his wife's leg at the same time. So it's good. Like, it's
Wow.
like top tier stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get the injuries to know it's the real deal.
Exactly. Without ambulances, it's just another event.
I think we're really selling the event now. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. So a patch of those cliffs, only 30 foot tall, basalt, columnar, but not where they do the climbing. I proposed to my wife while we were on rappel. It was great. I hit my first geocache there, and I get so many people coming through town asking me if I can belay them. And I'm always, if I'm able to, happily oblige. And I thought, what better way to help get a bunch of people doing this than having an event at the exact same location.
And there you go. So you're saying is you don't delay the belay.
Only for the safety check.
Okay.
Don't clip and fly straight off. Woo. I like that. Don't delay the belay.
There you go. So it's where your first ever cache was hidden there. I think we've got a little teaser that there's going to be a cache to find. So is there any more like quick little pitch you could share, Matt, about what you're trying to achieve with the event?
Oh, certainly. So
I guess maybe I'll forward it with this. How are the will attends for the event?
Funny you ask that, Land Monkey. We are currently sat at a healthy 186 will attends, and 180 with five as notes. Don't know what's up there.
Okay.
We have a week to get that up to that sweet 300, and then a certain thing I'm not supposed to mention, or I could be disqualified from being able to apply for it. Could happen for this year only. And as for what's going on at that event, you do not need to do rappelling if you don't want to. The coordinates are up on the top of the cliffs, and there's a hike you can go on, so you don't need to truly rock climb. You could absolutely get there without that. You probably wouldn't be able to get a stroller up there, but this is a place a lot of the local kids love just scrambling around, and the parents are not much encumbered for their safety. It's a decently wide trail to get to the top.
Nice. I like the way you're describing it. I like that's good. So Matt, reading through the event description, and maybe I'll pause to just say, raise the GPS and hoist the logbook. There be fines on the horizon. But it seems like there's so much more to the event than just the cool rappelling clinic. What else might be going on?
Absolutely. It's 6 hours long, so that it's worthy of a higher status if ever it attains it. We're going to have mini games We're going to have a bunch of different puzzles, a tool of the trade competition. Who can retrieve and then place the highest in the tree canopy using the variety of tools we have available. I've done this in the past, and someone managed to get something placed at about 32 foot high.
Wow.
Like controlled, not just tossing it with a good old chuck.
Yeah.
So we'll see if that chap comes back from Brazil to claim his prize again. I doubt it, though. He's pretty busy. We'll have a variety of puzzles. Different things you can do during the event will earn you path tags, specifically flash tags. And we have here the 3 of those flash tags that combine to make an image, just like so. You'll see those lines. If you can acquire all 3 of those coins, put that under the handout, arrange them right, twist them just right, the wavy lines will connect the spaghetti and spit out the coordinates for some bonus caches.
Very nice.
Oh, fun.
Oh, interesting. So yeah, you've got it. How do you collect these flash tags?
We'll have a couple of different games, a couple of events. You can always just buy them. Some people don't want to do the various things. They're on a short deadline. They want to come in, attend, solve puzzles, and then head out to get some of the many caches in town. I get if that's your flavor. But mostly it'll be through games. We'll have a wheel of challenges, a challenge bingo, where you've got to find a person who completes each of the challenges on the bingo chart. Rappelling, or one of the alternative games, will get you the 3rd and final coin. And there'll be a couple other games going around as well.
Wow, that is a lot going on. Luckily, you've got enough time, 6 hours, to be able to obtain all of this and get those 3 path tags, or flash tags, I guess we should call them, shouldn't we?
It's a subset. Same thing.
Exactly. Now, we've talked about this. I'm already getting excited, but I don't know where to go. Where is this event location? Can we talk about it? Is there parking nearby? Because it sounds like it's on the top of a cliff, so perhaps maybe there could be parking in multiple locations.
Absolutely. So if you find yourself in Idaho, head to the southeast end of the state to Pocatello, Idaho, gateway to the west. If you're a little bit early and you came in the 1800s, it's where all the immigrants were traveling through. Same area, though you'll probably be coming through in 2025. Not too many time travelers here.
I don't know. I've seen geocachers who get to events quite early.
And I found geocaches pre-published with a bunch of signatures on. You know, those time travelers, man.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Amazing.
Incredible. On 2nd Avenue, that's coming out of town, you've got the Aquatic Center, the skate park, and outdoor recreation. Huge parking lot right there next to the pickleball courts. And a bunch of facilities. That's where we'll have the food trucks as well, so that you don't have to wander off the town to get food. We'll try and have everything you need right here and there.
Nice.
And then there's also parking on the top side if you don't mind wandering through the woodsy disc golf course to find your way to the top of the cliffs from above.
Just listen for that
4. Hey, we joke. One of my co-workers at Parks and Rec when I worked there was sent to the hospital by taking a disc to the middle of the eyes. Double black eye, instant.
Ouch.
It was good.
Yeah, those discs are a lot heavier than just your...
Yeah, it's not your usual backyard frisbee.
Yeah, toy store frisbee.
Yeah.
So they've got some heft to them.
Mm.
All right, well, go ahead.
My question is if you go up, you start at the top, do you have to rappel down to get to the food trucks?
I'm no one to stand in between someone and their food. And there is a decent trail that wanders its way down through the rocks. So at any point, you can just abandon the queue and head on down for the food.
Okay.
Wise.
Important things.
Okay, so you've talked a lot about rappelling down these cliff faces, and maybe somebody's planning a marriage proposal on the cliff face. It could happen again. I heard it happened once, but
that happened for us.
That is one activity I have done. I've done just a little bit of rock climbing and rappelling, and I enjoyed that. But if someone has never done it, isn't really a climber, but they're intrigued and they'd like to try it, what should they bring with them? What should they do prior to going to prepare for their rappelling maiden voyage?
The maiden voyage, that shall not start with us whacking them with a champagne glass.
That's right.
That's not how we start those voyages. Come along with good sturdy shoes with decent grip. So a tennis shoe as opposed to a flip-flop. Though my climbing partner has climbed a 5'11" in flip-flops. He's the exception. That guy's a nutter. Good shoes. I recommend full-length pants of whether they're denim or some other type. And then the top half have layers. Idaho's weather is a little unpredictable at times. It has snowed every month of the year. Middle of it was 90 degrees. 2 days later, it was snowing.
Welcome to
hey, but that's everywhere. Generally speaking, Novembers tend to be mild, a little brisk, but not much precipitation. So,
well, there you go. You've answered Bryling's question.
Hey, there we go. Yeah, everything else is taken care of. I used to be a professional rock climbing instructor, so I've got a decent library of decent library of climbing material. Andy Kirkpatrick's Down is absolutely fantastic with some excellent diagrams. I'll have these at the event in case someone's really curious and wants to get into the weeds of what happens if, and just all the different things you can do to solve, or the professional technical rescue for all sorts of situations. Love this stuff. At one of my rock climbing events, I had to use my knowledge. Has anyone comment below in the chat? Has anyone heard of a pick-off?
No.
Say you have someone who is encumbered and unable to proceed, whether they've been hit by a rock, had a seizure, who knows what. They are now a large weight, unable to proceed down. I had to take someone off of the rope. It was great. They managed to get some things caught up in their device, and things didn't quite go well. But it's okay. I had on my harness the entire event, the exact safety kit I needed for that. Jumped on the extra line reserved just for safety. Used a little ascender, threw them on the separate line so their weight was contained elsewhere. Did a little move around. And then, so these bad boys, they can ascend up, but can't pull down. Those teeth hold them. You can see those bad boys right there. Using that and then the protraction, I was able to pretty quickly get them over. So come with yourself. I'll handle the knowledge for just about any situation that could come up.
Wow. Impressive.
So Matt, I mean, with everything you're sharing and the thought of, this is a potentially dangerous activity, obviously very exciting. It's something I would love to try personally, but because of the potential risk that people are taking on here, is there any kind of pre-event sign-up sheets or waivers that you need to have people complete if they want to come and try the rappelling?
If you want to come, it is done entirely at your own risk. There is no waiver. I used to, in my career, I worked at an indoor climbing wall. Even with the indemnification clause, the waivers at most places don't hold up in a court of law. They're entirely a deterrent to stop someone trying to sue you thinking it won't go through, when ultimately it comes down to were people negligent or grossly negligent. So I take all the efforts I can on my part, let people know there is a risk. It will be dramatically safer than the car journey there. And
okay.
I'm not going to worry about me jumping in your car and backseat driving you the whole way around. And as Kevin DeField said, the cool cow, a good lawyer gets around anyway, but it's so true.
So Kevin knows a thing or two about climbing as well. So
yes,
I've gone to a couple of his climbing events, and he's got good people there to belay, to help you, gear up and ascend and come back down, teach you all along the way. So
nice.
It's impressive.
Well, we have our own insurance policy. We extend the rappel device away from you so the T-shirts can't get stuck in as easy. We use a third hand, so it slides nice and easy. But then as soon as it's weighted and you're not sliding that down, that will hold the brake strand if you completely forget and let go. So I plan for the gross incompetence of our dear visitors.
Oh, so I'm invited.
How do you know I was talking about you, man? I was so subtle.
Wow. So you really have all the right gear to make sure everyone is going to be safe and secure. That's impressive.
Yes.
Matt, you were talking about and showing some of the gear. Did you want to, because we do have a lot of audio listeners, maybe explain 30-second elevator pitch style of what kind of gear people would expect to be working with?
Certainly. We'll have a variety of harnesses. I do have one for child sizes, and we had a chap who was a little above the 400-pound range, able to comfortably be harnessed up, so we can handle most body sizes and shapes. We haven't got a dog harness, sorry. Spot has to sit in the car. Or at least not go down the cliff.
Yeah.
You'll have a variety of devices for lowering. Typically, the figure 8 is the main one we'll use. It's a metal shape of the number 8. And we'll have it's called a hollow block. It's like a piece of 7mm rope that wraps around the double strand in what's called a prusik knot. So you can have a little Google on that. You'll see that on there. And you'll see a variety of ascenders and gree-grees and other cinching and mechanical backup devices that I'll have for responses to any scenario that may come up our way. But for the most part, ropes going down in pairs. You'll be rappelling down on twin lines.
Okay.
I think that was the 30 seconds, right?
You nailed it. That was awesome. Thanks, Matt.
I feel safe about that. Yeah. Starcasher says, I attended a T5 event at the new climbing wall at a local park Wednesday evening. Barely made it up to the top with the help of my geo friends. Pictures of me are image numbers 21 through 23 on one log.
Okay.
There you go.
Nice.
So, is this a T5 event that you're hosting?
It is. Now, some may say that's controversial since someone could show up, not do the rappelling, and still claim that terrain 5. And if someone wants to put a petition, I can lower it. I don't think many people will want me to. But I run this past my local reviewer and let him know the coordinates are atop the cliff. So it's not just hang in the parking lot, go up if you want. And we do have a wet weather alternative location reserved out. So that can host about 800 people if we need.
Wow.
That wet weather alternatives to high terrain events will keep the terrain rating because that's what everyone came for.
That's right.
Exactly.
And I ran that past my review, and he thought that was a good and appropriate response.
Yeah, that's good. Question came from Seabeck Tribe. I think this is a great question. For those who want to try the rappelling, is there a weight limit that needs to be considered?
That is a good question. I'm hesitant to put out a number. A chap I went with before was in the 400-pound range. It was quite uncomfortable for him because
The harness.
harnesses, after I've spent a good 8-hour shift in a harness at work, I hate it. The larger you are, whatever size shape you happen to be, the bigger you are, it's that small, thin webbing of the straps of the harness.
The
They're just
pressure
not
points,
comfortable
yeah.
to sit on. Yeah. So if there's you're more of a man or woman than me, because there's more of you, power to you, come along and we'll try the harness. You can see how it feels. And if you feel comfortable, go for it. I think we should maybe draw the line at 500, but the gear can definitely support it. It's a question of comfort.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Awesome.
That's really good to know.
Yeah.
Good question too. Thank you, Seabeck.
Yeah.
Cool cow cachers who have hosted previous T5 events says if they show up, enjoy themselves, and learn something, I'm always happy for them to have the T5.
Yeah, it's a good way of looking at it.
Yeah. Works for me. So clearly you've done a lot of climbing and rappelling and you know your stuff. What prompted the idea for the events to bring others out there for this?
Are you hoping for another marriage proposal?
Oh no. Redoing our vows, like my wife
there you go.
surprise proposing to me. No, that's not happening. If someone else wants to propose, have at it. We will have the infrastructure in place.
Just don't drop the ring.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Seriously. No, we a lot of people, the various places I go to, were just really not happy about the lack of big events near them. And it was disheartening to see, like, they had, like, Minnesota, big organizations, loads of people there, and they just wouldn't take the efforts to get it started. So I thought, fine, I'll see what it's like.
Okay.
And what's it like?
Yeah.
I thought that was appropriate for Land Monkey to ask that one.
Oh yeah, it's tough. Getting the 300 Willa 10s is a real pain because it's a passive thing. Yeah, you don't go making sock puppet accounts or like telling people, "Hey, you need to come and log a Willa 10." That's not what it's about. You want people who are genuinely have a chance that they might come. There's a chance it could be on their calendar. You can invite the entire world, but ultimately, if someone's like, "Sorry, I got work that day," what can you do? So 180 right now. We'll see. There is a slim chance it makes it. I'm not giving up hope yet. Getting a crew behind you of volunteers to be able to handle the logistics of different things is amazing. But looking at there was an interview with Emily W. about how to host big events. And on there, she says, do a bunch of smaller events leading up to it to build momentum and get a group of people excited for it. I didn't do that this time. This was a little 6 months in advance instead of like several years. And I feel it. Whew. So if you want to do one, start now for 2029 or something. And start to build up to it.
Yeah. And try not to have a pandemic somewhere in there either. If you can avoid it.
Oh boy.
That's the voice of experience.
Yeah, I hear it really helps to have 3 years to plan for an annual event.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Good stuff. That's pretty cool. And I was thinking about, as you were describing this, etc. And I saw a couple of the questions, like including, Brian's question about the weather and such. We've been years ago, but we've been to Pocatello, and it not only is it's a beautiful area to visit, so I think people would enjoy the geocaching. There's at least a couple caches of significance for those who work on various challenges in that area. Are there not, Matt?
Oh, indeed there are, sir. So we have the oldest in Southeast Idaho, a 2000 cache hidden up on the mountain. There it is. Brian knows it. And that one, you can get to it year round if you're willing to throw on the snowshoes. We recently had a fire on that trail. So I went up there the day after the fire. It sucked because breathing that air was with pulp. But yeah, that container is still in good condition. The ones below it that got not burned, but more eliminated, nothing is left of them. They're completely gone. All of those are replaced. We've got a pretty good active maintenance crew in town. So if you're going up there, all of the other types and all the challenges up and beyond, they're ready.
Matt, there used to be a webcam in Pocatello. Is it still there or no?
Alas, it stopped working when someone tried to hack the Wall Street Journal through their webcam server. And I had met up with Edgar, the IT guy who was overseeing it, and let him know, can we get this up and running? Can I pay for a new webcam and new server to preserve this? And they just weren't open to that liability, even having it on their building. Completely different website. Doesn't matter if I paid for everything and the hosting of everything going ahead. The owner, Bad Andy, had left the game, and was completely oblivious to people logging selfies, and
Right.
it
Too
went.
bad. That's too bad.
Yeah,
That
it
was,
is a shame.
yeah. Glad that we had the opportunity to do that when we came through years ago. But yeah, I was curious. I hadn't checked. But, when the first thing that came to my mind was the oldie. And then the second was the webcam, because those are two pretty unique things for challenge cachers to, yeah.
Whew.
But
No
I'm sure
kidding.
there's lots of other great caching in the community as well.
We do have an awful lot of difficulty terrains of every size and type you can hope
Nice.
for. So you can get a full DT grid of just challenges within 30 miles of Pocatello.
Really?
There you go.
Truly.
There's a selling feature.
And there's a challenge that helps you qualify here in town.
Coincidentally, yes.
Well, we may have to work something up and go spend a weekend finding challenge caches
There you go.
for your challenge, Jasmer.
So Matt, back to talking about the event and the planning for the event and all the work there. Were there any interesting issues that cropped up that became a bit of a challenge, let's say, for planning the event?
Yes. Funny you ask. So I took the cheap and easy route to making a cache page. I jumped on an AI image generator, made a quick poster, threw it on. The whole thing took about an hour. Didn't think anything of it. Designed a bunch of puzzles around exactly that and ordered some of those flash tags you saw. That's pulled directly from that poster. And as I was trying to advertise and spread the word of the event, some lovely stranger on the internet asked, could we please not use AI slop in geocaching? Have you guys heard that term, AI slop?
I haven't heard the particular word slop associated with it. There's varying opinions on the use of AI, and I think it depends, how entrenched one is in one particular opinion or not.
Exactly.
But as you pointed out, Matt, a weird thing about the internet is that you get all kinds of great feedback from it.
Oh boy. And at first I was defensive, like humorously, like, well, I'm not going to inflict my terrible drawing skills upon people. This is better than the grim reality of what I could draw. But the response from the internet was they massively, like 50 plus people favored his comment and hated my defense. So I was like, whoa, I'm in the wrong here. Better change things. So
wow. Interesting.
Yeah. But not interesting that I'm wrong. I'm wrong all the time. That's just part of the course. So
I knew I liked you, I agree. I'm wrong all the time as well. So,
well, I mean, the thing is, like you said, and Kevin makes a really, really good point. Cool cow cachers here. AI is, arguably crucial, at least important when you need a picture of a Holstein rock climbing or scuba diving. Obviously, Kevin also needed to create some creative pictures for his cache pages, and so in your defense, Matt, we have an annual geocaching event up here in Metro Vancouver, Fraser Valley, where I live in British Columbia, and it's a cache release event and our cache bash event, and I decided to put out a series of caches that were all featured around a cartoon character. As you were also citing, my cartoon character drawing might not be up to the par that people might be expecting. So I leveraged some AI capabilities and some prompts and came up with a fun series. So the same character in different situations for each cache, and made the series of caches that I put out. And to my knowledge, I haven't gotten any blowback on that, but it is most definitely AI slop. But it fit the bill and it saved me a bunch of time, and no artists were put out of a career. So here I'm okay.
So I'm not going to go condemning anyone else for using AI in geocaching. You do your thing.
Exactly.
When it comes to geocaching, unless you're like hiding them where you shouldn't be and claiming you've got permission when you haven't, That's happened near us. Some women got called off by the army for going into their live ammunition range. Yeah, if you're
That's
not doing
not a
that,
great
you're not
place
like
to hide one. No.
Well, it's a high
not
difficulty.
good.
High terrain.
you got to duck the bullets.
Yeah.
As long as you're not doing something like that, or taking geocaches away, hiding them. Other people are going to do what they do, and I'm not going to have a huge deal about it.
Yeah.
So use AI all you want. I felt bad, so I personally chose to remove that image, and I had a picture from a friend I'd taken rappelling on those exact cliffs. So asked him, he was cool with it. We threw that up. We still have the geocoin as a little relic, but
Well, there
shouldn't
was
be
a
in too much hot
financial
water.
investment involved there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and really, that's the beauty of the flash tag, isn't it? That you can take parts of a larger image and slap them on those tags, those coins, and get it made rather quickly at relatively high resolution.
Oh yeah, and it's like the same resolution you'd have color printed out of a high decent color printer. Because I had spent ages trying to come down to a 10 color palette enamel ready design,
Right.
and
Right.
flash tags came out. Oh, that was the dream.
Problem solver.
And they're so much quicker. Yeah.
It was 2 weeks.
I have read many geocache web or description pages, right? Not all of them. I don't always read, but when I do, there are several that I thought AI could help here. If you were to take this text, run it through AI, and then paste it back in here, it would at least present so much better. So
And
you
then
know what?
read it. But yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I don't have a problem with AI.
Oh yeah.
In this environment. I do have a problem with AI in a business environment where, it may or may not add your specific data to a large language model that, in the future, somebody could easily craft a prompt and pull that back out in a manner that, could be detrimental to you. Okay. But that's not what we're talking about here.
No, we're talking about your geocache
no.
page or your geocache
Exactly.
log.
Yep. Yeah, there's, as with anything, there's going to be good and bad. Well,
Mhm.
except geocaching, only good there. Oof.
Yeah.
That's right. Exactly. We talked before the show. I've considered doing an episode on AI logging. Can you use AI to help you log better, more creatively? So is that something you think we should talk about?
I would be quite interested in that podcast, that episode. I mean, I, for one, struggle whenever I come upon those rare liar caches out there. I'll come up with an elaborate story
Mhm.
of multiple Terrain 5 different continent journeys across like 50 stages of a multi-cache. And I'm sure AI could do even better.
There you go. But I mean, even there's times where I found, even like 10 caches in a day, I'm just going to quickly do a log and move on. Maybe I'll come back and write something more, but or I've read logs where it said, post more later. That was 3 months ago. They didn't post more later.
Hey, Matt, I'm going to take us out of the AI conversation.
Sorry,
for a
I
moment.
got carried away with AI.
It's okay. It's okay. Another episode, clearly. But just going back to the event, and we were talking about all the different things that they're from a geocaching perspective that Pocatello has to offer, and the filling your challenge grids and some awesome opportunities there. It sounds like this is a fairly, if you want to really enjoy this event, what did you say, 6 hours?
Mhm.
Yes, from 9 a.m. until 3 p.m.
Okay, so a full day just for the event if you really want to, enjoy all the, and it sounds like you got it loaded up and there's food trucks and there's lots of fun things to do. So would you suggest that if people really, maybe they don't live within an hour or two of Pocatello, but this sounds intriguing to them, is this a November road trip that they could be looking at?
It may just be. And if you end up making it a multi-day, that weekend we will have a Geocaching International Film Festival event in a cinema. We're renting out an entire cinema just for us. So if we ended up having 400 people, we'd have seats for everyone.
Wow.
Really great.
That's impressive.
This sounds like folks should be maybe thinking road trip here, and yeah, that sounds pretty amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So I do have skin in the game. One of the 20 videos, I happen to know some people who were involved, but I cannot say any more details until it has released.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
That's exciting. Yeah, Kevin shares a mega event is a lot of geocachers. It is. It's 500. How many rappel routes will you be setting up? That's a great question.
Excellent question. Luckily, it's a 6-hour event, and a lot of it will be working with active rappelling during that, so spread out through time. We're going to plan to have 3 rappel lines, and then a 4th set up for safety should all 3 lines be actively involved and a situation require someone to rappel down to perform some safety. So we're going to have a good friend of mine. His cousin was one of the lead Boy Scout rock climbing trainers. So he'd go around training all the rock climb merit badge guides. This chap, just as a drop of a hat, thought it'd be a laugh to climb Kilimanjaro one time. He's climbed Everest. That guy's cousin's going to be there, and we're going to try and get Craig Peck himself. So we'll have not just myself, but a handful of other proficient climbing guides to help people down the 3 lines.
Great. Well, great question. Cool Cowcatchers. Thank you for
Mm-hmm.
that. And good to know. So 3 lines going at any point in time of the day, 6-hour event. I mean, obviously you won't have rappelling all 6 hours, but I mean, it sounds like anybody who really wants to try this is going to get an opportunity. You may have to queue for a bit, but you're going to get an opportunity.
I wouldn't be very British if there wasn't a queue involved.
Right? Fun. That's cool. So what I'm hearing is folks plan for a weekend trip out to Pocatello, especially if you've never cached there before.
Mm-hmm.
But even if you have, come on out. There's going to be a GIF event. There's going to be this amazing T5 event, and lots of caching.
Yes, indeed.
Kitty Quest wants to know,
Ooh.
is climbing up the cliff, is it climbing up the cliff or just rappelling down?
Great question. If you wanted to climb up, that is possible. It's probably about a 5-10. So a pretty challenging climb. Someone who's been rock climbing for a few months probably wouldn't be able to handle it. I couldn't handle it. Some of the moves are just a little bit finicky for me. There's a wicked undercling hand jam you've got to do. Fist and hand inside a crack and then pull yourself up on your skeleton. Yeah, that route's not for me. I'll rappel every time. But if someone wants to, they can. But we do have, I think it's 6 geocaches in town that have the rock climb attribute. Okay. And if you want to go big, I don't know how well this will show. Here is an image of an 180-foot cliff we have in Pocatello. That little tiny orange speck is me. And
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Huge rappel to get a geocache. No one has gone for it yet, even though I've taken some people there and you step over the abyss to get to the starting island in the sky, and they're just like, no way.
Yeah.
Speaking about the climb up, Cool Cowcatcher says that's stiffer than I've ever climbed.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know how tough you've climbed. We've got some decently hard stuff in town. If you are a climber and you come to Pocatello, City of Rocks isn't too far away. They only have earth caches in the park itself, but that is world-class climbing. The 450 feet, 6 pitches up, Steinfels Dome. But alas, only earth caches.
Oh, just earth caches.
Though, yeah. Hey, Easy there. Easy there, bro. You're talking about earth caches and parks nearby. Chris, you were mentioning before this show when you and Jim and I were talking about Matt coming on and that area of Idaho, you were suggesting that another great area to visit is Craters of the Moon Park.
That place is incredible. If you do go exploring off, which you're allowed to do, there is always the chance of a cave-in. You could be walking over a lava tube and not be aware, and the ground can just cave in. It's wild.
Yeah. Bring sturdy shoes. More than tennis shoes. You want a sturdy hiking boot.
Yeah, no flip flops.
Yeah, for that terrain for sure.
Yeah, no flip flops. Good point.
Yeah, gorgeous area, unearthly terrain, and those earth caches earn their favorite points.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Well, Matt, we have had a wonderful time. There's one more thing we want to talk about before we let you leave. I have only seen pictures of some of these notebooks that you create. Now, this is almost things of legend. So, would you be willing to share a little bit of your notebook? Now, we do talk with JT Coffee on a regular basis, who, as far as we know, is the queen of notebooks. However, you may be the king.
Oh no! I wonder how my wife, Queen Cactus, is going to feel about that.
No! Well, in that case, I withdraw that analogy.
Here it is. Picked it up while I was in England. Just a bullet journal, the square style, and at first I thought I wasn't going to use it for much. Keeping track of the where the cache across America, the oldest in each state, Cache Odyssey. Wow. Keeping track of those.
Now, is that a hand-drawn map across those 2 pages?
Kind of. I cheated. I didn't use AI, but I did press this against my computer screen and trace it that way.
Okay. So that wasn't a map that was already in. Well, of course, a map of the U.S. wouldn't be in a bullet journal you pick up in England.
That would be niche. Then fines per day on the calendar. Oh, I'm so close. Multi. Oh. Where is it? This month.
Is it just one?
Just one. This month. Got to get it. It's funny. People think this seems a little bit overkill, but then the visceral emotions people feel when they see this hole, they understand why I make this. You got different types, different sizes. It goes into the DT grids for the sizes and types. It goes all over. Jasma for different sizes and types. You got the Big Sky Conference Challenge, my streak versus the world or the US. Goes all over. And then broken down by individual states. So here's Wisconsin. Just the same thing, just hand draw, trace the map. Bunch of different states. The good one though. Oh, this I cheated. This I printed out.
Okay.
Counties.
Oh, that's what I was trying to figure out what we were looking at. Oh, okay. Yeah, the county maps.
Impressive. We can see the interstates you travel on.
Yes.
Yeah, you can. This is a little cheeky, but I've started using this as my own personal logbook for celebrities I meet.
Okay.
So at some point, I'll have to get your signatures on here, gentlemen.
Well, you said celebrities. So, I mean, I don't know if we qualify.
Celebrities to me, which you'd be. Wild stuff.
That is some impressive handiwork in there.
Fantastic. Now, here's the question is, go ahead.
Before we go, Kitty Quest wants to know the GC code for the event again. Did we bring that up?
Brian posted it right after, so we can share that.
So that would be GC Bravo 32 Papa Delta, right?
Bravo Alpha 0 Bravo 5.
Oh, so we've got the wrong GC code.
Yeah, that one's for Oregon, where it all began.
Event.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
Yeah, troublemaker.
Brian says, I had the shampoo-y one copied.
Chat lackey
troublemaker.
There we go.
Bravo Alpha 0, Bravo 5.
Bingo.
What are you leaping from a mountain edge there in your photo?
No, unroped, not a chance. Actually, I have done that. I have done that into water. No, that's just off a diving board. When I was about 40 pounds lighter.
Nice. Well, Matt, thank you so much for joining us. For Christmas, we're all expecting our own personalized journal. So no pressure. You've got plenty of time.
Okay. Are you okay with My Little Pony on the cover?
Yeah, that's fine. If the interior is done to that extent, I can deal with anything on the exterior.
There's at least one of our patrons that's a brony, so
That's right.
Boom.
And Matt, if you were to make one for me, then the traced maps would have to be of different parts of the empire, not the United States.
Oh, yes, indeed.
The Commonwealth.
It's only, 54 countries strong at this point?
That's right.
There you go. Oh, Starcacher, who lives in Ohio by chance, he says, he found a cache in Lucas County, Ohio. I assume it was an ancient lake, one of the two disputed Ohio oldest caches.
Ah.
Ooh.
Do you remember, Matt, which you found in Lucas County, Ohio?
I remember that I found it.
Yeah.
I cannot recall which one.
No
But
worries.
I know that where there's a dispute, which happens in, I think, 3 different two states for sure. There are disputes as to which is the oldest. I just plan to get both eventually.
There you go.
That's the wise move.
be thorough, yeah.
I'd say.
Just eliminates that challenge. Yep, exactly.
Right.
Or controversy. CRS
Oh,
98
man.
says, the Empire?
I don't think I have it yet.
Oh.
Oh, yes, the Empire. Oh, unrelated, sickening thought. They used to say the sun never set on the British Empire.
Mhm.
It still hasn't. Thanks to the British, in the Indian British overseas territory in the middle of the Pacific Ocean that has not yet had a solar eclipse shadow cast over it.
Oh, interesting.
Continual sunlight has been on the Empire nonstop. It's sickening colonialism. I'm so sorry on behalf of my country.
Too funny.
Oh, yes, it may be colonialism, but I do find facts like that interesting. Matt, thank you so much. And folks, thank you for tuning into this episode of Caching in the Northwest. We hope the sun never sets on Caching in the Northwest.
I don't know if we can we can hold to that, but we'll try. I want to take a moment to not only thank Matt, thank you very much for joining us tonight, but also our corporate Denali level sponsors, which would include Landsharks, Cashly, and Tourism Valemount. Landsharks.ca is the outdoor adventure and geocaching store. Check them out online. They're shipping those online orders daily. Cashly is, of course, the geocaching app for iOS. And folks, whether you're seeking outdoor thrills or just a peaceful retreat, Valemount awaits you. Now, we want to thank our faithful Denali level supporters. That, of course, includes Landsharks, Cashly, and Tourism Valemount, but it also includes active in the chat tonight, Cool Cow Cachers, and I don't know if I've seen him tonight.
Yes. Hawaiian Miley was in the chat.
And Hawaiian Miley, who is also apparently in the chat, and I just missed it, but that's okay. Good to have you here tonight. Folks, if you want to know more about supporting this here podcast, if you want to know more about how you can get us to butcher your name every night or just forget that you showed up, click that Patreon link on the cachingnw.com website.
Yes, just like the Caching Cats did.
Now, should we only mention the names of the people we think showed up tonight? Or
Yes.
should we say everybody's?
I think we should clarify each one, whether or not we thought we saw them tonight.
Or more.
LG 9000, didn't see him tonight.
Yeah, I didn't see B Pendragon either, but you never know.
Or GeoBirder.
UDAC, probably listening offline.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, if there's notebooks, you know JT Coffee is there.
Yeah, that's right. And there's Kid Vegas 19, who will be listening later.
There you go. And, yeah, I love it. Cool Cow Caches. Oh, there you go. Dora Moore is listening tonight. And Cool Cow Caches says, start taking roll call. There you go. Absolutely. Oh, too fun. Too fun. All right, we'll keep picking this back up. Next up is geocaches.
And Korsgat,
Alan,
Skyhawker.
Subway Mark,
Railroad,
Trexer.
BC Rock Crawler,
Team Noltex. Team
Green
Noltex, are
word.
you here?
Yeah,
Team Noltex.
Green words.
I saw Greenwoods earlier. Genies,
CRS 98. I saw him earlier.
I'd be surprised if the Camp Clan isn't here.
you're often here. And I know Seebeck Tribe was here.
Gundark 2000.
Boomer 365.
M Nerve,
And Teus.
One of my favorite places in Washington to visit, Whidbey Island Gal. Well, Whidbey Island, and Whidbey Island Gal is from there.
Does she know you're one? Anyway, we'll move on.
I'm just going to thank
Awkward.
Sprouter and move on.
Sprouter was one of the first here. Lost
Yes.
Ken. Hopefully he'll find his way home.
Hopefully. Alondro.
Log Work,
Geo Karen.
Geo Navpro.
Geo Flagman. No, just Flagman.
NW Cats.
And speaking of Idaho, Mountain Bike.
Mhm. You Talks to Rocks.
And I'm sure the gas station of Gas Station Tuna was in Idaho.
Probably.
Probably, because if you're going to get seafood in a gas station, you definitely want to do that in Idaho.
Exactly.
Uh,
Best seafood right there in Idaho.
There you go. Where were we? Oh, there we go. Wet Coaster.
GSM times 2.
Just Carlo.
Kitty Quest.
Butterfly Girl.
Limax, who will listen later.
Terrible tease.
The J Car.
Peach of Washington.
And finally, also have not seen comments, but might be lurking quietly. Keats 94.
He's often here.
That was one of the longest times it took to get us
That's
through.
right.
Well,
I'm like,
you're
didn't
welcome.
do that in one breath or anything. Well, thanks to all of our patrons. And Matt, thank you for joining us tonight. If somebody wanted to reach out and get in touch with you directly, how should they do that?
I'm pretty quick at responding to messages. So shoot me a message on the geocaching message system. If I don't respond, it's probably because I've started work. I work nuclear reactors. So when we're inside for 12 hours at a time, phones go away. So if I'm a little slow responding, I'm not ignoring you.
But you are on purpose.
I can choose to ignore certain people on purpose. Do you have a list?
I do
think
actually
that's right.
maintain one, yeah.
You can ignore some of the people some of the time, but no.
Hey, we thank you for taking the time to listen to this episode of Caching in the Northwest. Your support helps keep the quality shows coming. If you like the show, please click the Patreon link on the cachingnw.com website. Better yet, share your ideas for things we can talk about. If you like the vibe, please subscribe wherever you get your podcast and leave us a review. If you were in a restaurant, you would tip. If you were in an audience, you would clap. But since you're on a podcast, leave us a free, fast, fabulous, fantastic 5-star review. And of course, you can call into 253-693-TFTC and leave us a comment, ask us a question, or belay us any time of the day or night. And of course, you can email at feedback@cachingnw.com. Join us every Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific for a live show and chat. This show is produced by Chris Umfenauer, J. Paul Woods, who is this? Wow. Chris Umfenauer, Jim Paulwitz, Jay Kennedy, Brian Lang. Hey, guys, I just want to let you know I read this out each and every week. This isn't AI. This isn't pre-recorded. This show's licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution 3.0 license, copyright 2025 by Chris Umfenauer. Folks, I ask you to stay tuned for
The After Show.
Whew.
Nice. So I'm not the only one who butchers names.
Oh, no. No, I didn't mispronounce the names. I just, put the wrong
Just
surname
mixed them up.
with, yeah.
You randomized them.
Oh, there you go.
He spoke in cursive.
Spoken cursive, indeed. I like that. That's awesome. Yeah, caching cans, all the names, all the time. No holds barred. I'll butcher a name, drop of a hat. No problem. I enjoy it. It's fun.
Oh, let's see.
Got some after show stuff.
Yeah, Geo Birder, this comes from Wet Coaster, may not be in the chat, but he will be in Vancouver hosting what is that? GC Bravo Charlie Delta 41 on October 28th.
Very fun. I'm going to assume that's Vancouver, BC here in Canada, since Wet Coaster is sharing that.
Well, you never know. There are multiple Vancouvers.
This is true.
There are.
Because, Vancouver sailed all around these islands and they're like, let's name that one after him. Let's name that one after him. Let's name that one after him. No, this one's better.
Let's go inland a bit and name something after him. Yeah. So there you go. Clarification. Yes. Vancouver, British Columbia. Very cool. Very cool.
Now, the next cash machine.
Ooh.
Now, CheekyBrit, have you heard about a cash machine? Because it's coming to Pullman, Moscow, October 4th. The dinner code is GC. What is that? Bravo, Charlie, Quebec 7 Delta.
Ooh, I've heard of them, but I don't know too much.
It's
It'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, there's a list of geocaches in a town, in an area, and they get together. It starts out as a group, but as the day goes along, you end up caching by yourself.
Do your own thing. Yeah.
You do your
That's
own
fun.
thing, and then meet up for a dinner and talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah, they're kind of a Northwest thing. At
They
least,
seem to be, yeah.
At least the ones we're familiar with.
Right.
Yeah.
And now they're put on by the WSGA, so Washington State Geocaching Association.
I didn't realize WSG had officially taken over those.
Mhm.
That's cool.
Caching Kent says Geo Oregon's block party is this weekend. Who's going? That is GC Bravo 32 Papa Delta.
There's that GC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Sorry, Chris?
Wits End and I will be there.
Fun. Awesome.
We're going to do like a podcaster and lackey panel. So I believe it's at 2:00.
It's kind of like genuine simulated wood grain paneling.
That's right. On the family truckster.
Yes.
Too funny. I've got something to share since we're in the after show, a little fatas. It's been a little while since I put out a YouTube video. My excuse is that we've been busy traveling, but been back home for a little while and I had some time to get some editing done. So Friday, tomorrow, a new episode is going to come out about our adventures in Saint-Pierre. So it's a very unique location. We had a really awesome time, and we include some pro travel tips. So check that one out.
If you tell them to us now, can we still watch the video later?
I don't want to spoil it for you.
Man,
It's okay. I'm not a pro traveler anyway.
I'm an amateur traveler.
I'm very amateurish.
I think.
By the way,
yeah. Go ahead.
That one's good. We'll do that one.
Yeah.
CRS98 says, I grew up very close to Pocatello. Go Shelley Russets. I assume Matt knows all about that. Unfortunately, I won't be able to make it to this event because it sounds like fun, though.
Oh, yes. Shelley is where I got my training to work on nuclear reactors. Great place. For graduation, they gave us a certificate and a potato.
Well, was it a russet potato?
Yes.
I would hope so.
All the way.
So is that a university, Shelley University?
It's an adult training academy,
Okay.
Porterhouse. They teach one thing only, just how to be a rad tech.
Okay.
It's pretty good because the Idaho desert, if it's not growing potatoes, it's for testing reactors. It's where like Area 52 is.
Mm-hmm.
I've said too much. Sorry, moving on.
Now, I've known it in the past as INEL. It is just INL now, isn't it? Idaho National Labs?
Yes.
Is that where you're... Okay.
That's right.
I knew it as Idaho National Engineering Labs back in the day. Okay, so I know, utter surprise and shock by all of you, I misspoke. The cash machines are put on by the Terrible Tees, not the WSGA. I apologize to the Terrible Tees, and I withdraw my membership from the WSGA just to show how upset and forlorn I have become. I am filled with chagrin.
As well, you should be.
So, Cool Cow Cachers will be there. I assume we're talking about the climbing event.
No, this is back to
I
the
think they're talking about the
Geo Oregon tomorrow.
Yeah, the Geo Oregon.
This weekend, not tomorrow, but yeah.
Okay. Well, I was hoping. I'm Matt, I'm doing everything I can to get these people to sign up tonight.
Oh, you're doing fantastic.
So I need everybody listening to go create a sock puppet account and go log in. Wait. No, I wasn't.
No, we can't say that. We can't say that.
Oh, no.
No, but what we can say is, hey, look, if you are like this podcast is the podcast from the Pacific Northwest, the home of geocaching. And so if you're one of our loyal fans and listeners, maybe you hate us, but you listen anyways. You probably live in this area, and so plan the road trip. Matt's given us a whole lot of great reasons to make a November road trip out there. There you go.
If you need just one more,
okay.
Yes.
GC Bravo 134 Kilo, that's the geocache at my address. It is buried in the ground. You climb inside of a 500-gallon container and sign the walls. I don't know of anywhere else in the world
That's
that has
pretty
that.
unique. I love it.
Unique, yeah.
So if you need another reason, we gotcha.
Bravo 134 Kilo.
Bingo.
Wow.
It's going
Okay.
on the list.
That's going on the list. Yeah. Now I've climbed up into one, but I've not climbed down into one.
Ooh. That one, there's a box inside of it that has the Sharpies. So you can just stumble in there, no big deal. But if you want the Sharpies, you can either solve a rope puzzle or climb one of my trees. I've got some rope nets up there, woven out of paracord as like a giant hammock, multiple layers. You climb up there and you can find the code written out to open up that box to then get your Sharpies. So you kind of climb up into this one as well if you want.
Okay. Wow.
That's awesome.
You should just make that a multi-cache. You have to go up to the first stage and then down to the bottom.
Ooh, the thing is, it's a challenge cache.
Oh,
so
okay.
But if you visit all of the stages, there is a bonus cache I'm designing.
Okay.
So that's in the works.
Fun.
Starcacher says, I like that Matt is showing demos of the rappelling gear while the show happens.
I do what I can.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool stuff.
Okay. We've got one more.
Yeah, that's
We've
what I
already
was going to
done
ask. Cool.
You want to go ahead, Land Monkey?
Sure. So Heather shares as a FATAS, I drove from Everett to Beaverton yesterday. That's a long drive.
Yeah.
I stopped at Fort Disappointment for some caching, but didn't complete the complicated multi that will require another visit. That is a tricky multi. I think we found that one, but it took us multiple visits to get that one.
Well, look at the name of where it is.
I know, right?
Fort Disappointment.
Expect to be disappointed.
People tend to live up to the name of the area in which they live.
If you were pleasantly enjoying your time there, would you be disappointed in your level of disappointment because you were appointed?
Yes, you would. You would be pleasantly disappointed.
I love it. Folks, thank you so much for joining us, no matter your level of appointment. And until next week, get out and get caching in the Northwest.